All right, Barrelin crew, you guys asked for it. You want a tutorial? This thing is crazy. All right, so let's just look at, one that seems to be manipulated, but I swear it's all psychological. So what I do is I'm using TradingView here. I've got the setup of the 4 EMA on the 9, 13, 21, and 55 time frames. And I've got them colored blue, green, yellow, red. I can explain that later. I mean, the volume's there. I don't really use it. It can be useful to other people. It's not really useful to me. I usually keep it hidden. And then I have the RSI 14 at the bottom here. And that's obviously the catalyst of the whole thing for me. I saw the pattern taking off after it was supposedly overbought at 75%. I would always see it pumping, and so this has been me trying to catch it. So here I am. I'm at I go basically out. I zoom out as far as I can, and I start drawing. So yeah, so I'll put a vertical line here where it closed. The candle closed above 75%, and I'll lock that in. I'll go in here and I will mark it. So yeah, it's a bit tedious. I'm sure other people, maybe it's my advantage because I actually love doing stuff like this. So, and yeah, long story. I'm not working right now due to health issues, but whatever. Anyways, that's not what this is all about. So yeah, so I'll mark the 1M. So it's very challenging here. I did find I was making errors because these markers are marked, you'll see at the bottom there, June 1st. So the actual vertical line is for the beginning of the month, but the definition of these entries are on the close of the candles. So that's where you got to be careful when you're doing these handoffs, when you're working the back test. It works fine when you're going, when you're doing new stuff. Anyways, you'll see what I'm talking about. So anyways, I'll go down to the 1 week. And so you can see that there was an entry before where it shows the line of the, where we just marked the 1 month. So I'm gonna mark the 1 week. So you can check it here too. You can see 60 and then 77. So then I'm gonna lock that in, and I'm gonna give it, just show me where I'm at here. And I'll move this so that it's not stacking on top of each other. All right, so yeah, so basically I'll show you that anyway. So then we just keep moving. So what I'm seeing here is between the 1 week and the 1 month marker, it needs to stay above the 9 EMA. That's the continuation, right? So now I go down to the 1 day and zoom back here. And this is where this is a good example actually. This is where it's tricky because it looks like where the 1 week is that it's not, obviously we're talking on the daily here, but in order for this to work, the marker for the 1 week is showing the beginning of the week. So if you look to the left of that vertical marker of the 1W, there isn't a spot where it goes above 75, or a Barrelin entry as I call it, right? So what we need to do is I need to go in here, unlock this, and I need to make sure that this is there even is a daily entry on that week. So you go up, 1, 2, there we go. So I'm just moving it over because obviously that marker was at the beginning of the week. There was 5 days in that week. So I need to show where the daily entry is on that same, you'll see in a second here. So I'll lock that in. Now I'll change that to show the 1D. Okay, so just to prove it here, so I've moved the line for the 1 day, the 1 day chart. But now I go back to the 1 week chart, and it is and you'll see that it's still at the right spot. Because really this line's not going to move until you go back or forward 5 days on the day chart. Anyways, so now we'll go down to the 4 hour, because there's 4 time frames on this strategy. I found the pattern on the 4 hour, and I find that that's where I'm comfortable trading. And I find it's the highest ROI to risk ratio. So here you'll see that there's a 4 hour before that line for the 1 day, 1 week. So I'm going to add that there, and lock it in. I'm going to mark it. 4 hour, done. Okay. And then now what I can do is now I can draw in the actual chart here. So, and highly recommend I couldn't believe I wasn't using this for a long time. Use the magnet tool. Man, it makes it so much easier. I'll zoom in here just to make sure that I'm right where I need to be, because you can see I'm not. It's using this tool, obviously using TradingView, you're still going to have to learn how to move yourself around, all the little tricks. But then I'll just move back up here slowly. Back up slowly. Sorry, NF fans might get that. And then I'll just move here. All the way over. And then I'll go, I can zoom in on that. Anyways, hopefully this is still somewhat entertaining. This is what I do. I do all this back testing, and if I can automate this, it'd be awesome. I found somebody on Fiverr today that's going to be able to at least automate the indicators, make my life a little bit easier. And then, so then we can zoom out here. And then, when I'm posting on Twitter, I take a picture of all 4 time frames, and so you can see AMC there is in a 1 month pattern. I've got these, it's in a 1 month pattern. It's up 104%. Right now it's retesting the 9 EMA continuation stipulation of my defined Barrelin pattern. There's no imminent entry on the 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, or 4 hour. So really at this point, it all is in your perspective of where you're at, where you're entered. But right now, this is not an entry for me, but it's definitely, it's good information, because this retest, once I watch this retest, once it actually confirms and goes back up, that's a buy opportunity once it goes back into the Barrelin zone. Anyways, I hope that helps, and I'll make the next one better.